Good evening, everybody. Welcome to SHN Sports and the presentation of Georgetown Eagle basketball. We're live here at Elgin High School for tonight's ball game between the Elgin Wildcats and your Georgetown Eagles. And we're brought to you by Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln of Georgetown, your sole sponsors for Georgetown Eagle basketball and your first responder broadcast team. Thank you so much to Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln. It's the only place we take our Jeep Wrangler. We trust them at Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for all our service needs on our Jeep Wrangler. My wife's little baby that she loves so much, and the crew out there at Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln. Thanks so much for sponsoring Georgetown Eagle boys basketball. Well, it's time again for District 23 play, and it's your Georgetown Eagles sitting in first place of District 23 on a 3-game win streak. They sit at 8-1. And the Elgin Wildcats, a disappointing turn in the district time for Elgin. They came out into district with a good record. Things were going well, a good non-district season, and then they've fallen onto some rough ways. They're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak. They sit at 3-6 in the district. Currently in the rankings for District 23, Georgetown 8-1 in sole possession of first place. And what does that mean? A win here tonight for Georgetown on the road in Elgin will lock in the Georgetown Eagles with a playoff berth. It doesn't guarantee a seeding. It doesn't tell you what place they will finish on the season, but they will have guaranteed themselves a spot in the playoffs. In second place alone is the Hendrickson Hawks at 7-2. Cedar Creek and Conley tied for third and fourth place at 6-3. And then a three-way tie after that with the 3-6 record, the Elgin Wildcats, the Eastview Patriots, and the Pflugerville Panthers. And then at the bottom of the district, in the midst of a rough season, are the Bastrop Bears. They are 0-9 in district play. Other games that occurred earlier this week, or I say earlier this week, Friday night here in District 23. Georgetown was victorious on the road at Pflugerville, 66-52. Cedar Creek upended Eastview, 52-44. Hendrickson beat Bastrop, 66-43. And Conley took care of these Wildcats, 61-44. Tonight, Georgetown here at Elgin. Eastview is down the road at Bastrop. Conley is across the way at Cedar Creek High School. And Hendrickson is across town in Pflugerville to take on the Panthers. Friday night in District 23, Hendrickson will be in Georgetown. That's a big ball game for this Georgetown Eagle team. Hendrickson come in with a fire under their backsides, ready to get some revenge. Georgetown, if you remember correctly, went into Hendrickson back on January the 9th and won it in overtime, 49-48. A beautiful high screen set by Kevin Dupre to free up Kai Canfield, and Kai took it to the house there on a runner at the layup and knocked it down with about 7 seconds to go to give Georgetown the lead. And then Hendrickson had a turnover there at the end for Georgetown to pull it out in overtime, 49-48. So Hendrickson's going to want to avenge that loss to your Eagles. And so Friday night, come out to Georgetown High School to watch that ball game. It'll be a 7 o'clock start at Georgetown High School. There against the Hawks. If you can't make it, come over to SHN Sports. We'll have it live on the call at 6:45 pregame. 7 o'clock is the tip. We're going to take a first timeout here. We got about 8 minutes left in the pregame. We are going to go early. The coaches have decided that. Both teams are ready to go, and so when they are ready, we will go live again. But we'll take a quick timeout, try to get some video stuff straightened out, and come right back live here on the SHN Network. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. Back live here at Elgin High School. We're going to try to fix this out. A choppy Wi-Fi signal here at the studio, or here at Elgin High School, and so we have lowered some bit rate on this and try to get the signal a little bit less draining on the Wi-Fi. So hopefully that will clear things up here as we go. Elgin comes into the ballgame 15-8 on the year, 3-6. Head coach is David Wilson. Assistant coaches are Kevin Kelly, Jacob Justin, and Xavier Blackburn. The head-to-head between these two teams, Georgetown leads 11-4, and with the win over Elgin, Back on January 5th, 70-57, Georgetown has won the last 7 games over the Elgin Wildcats. Elgin's located 37.3 miles southeast of Georgetown in the Elgin ISD. Enrollment 1,822. Superintendent Dr. Jana Reuter, and the principal is Jason Rodman. The starting lineup is chosen by head coach David Wilson. At guard, a 6'1 senior, number 1, Nathan Lewis. At guard, a 5'11 junior, number 2, Amar Bermudez. At guard, a 5'9 junior, number 5, Marcus Hickman. At guard, a sophomore, number 10, Tyson McFarland. And at forward, number 21, Jonathan Richard. So it'll be Lewis, Bermudez, Hickman, McFarland, and Richard, the starting lineup for the Elgin Wildcats. The Georgetown Eagles head coach David Canfield in the 7th season. Assistant coaches Peter Stackman, Kyle Gandy, and Brad Bresnahan. They come in at 22-7 on the year, 8-1 in district, 3-game winning streak for your Georgetown Eagles. The superintendent at Georgetown ISD is Dr. Devin Padaville. The principal is Brian Johnson, athletic director Jason Dean, athletic coordinator Chuck Griffin, athletic trainers, 2 of the best in the business, Chad Hennessy and Vanessa Rideau. Student trainers, Elia Diaz and Harley Jones. The student assistants, Lucas Reichlich and Michael Lawrence. Special shout-out, we got to mention it, congratulations to Coach Beatty, and as much as I hate to say it, Coach Beatty and Coach Nicky, the defensive coordinator, and the offensive coordinator, Coach Beatty. Both are leaving Georgetown, and congrats to them. Coach Beatty yesterday named the head football coach at Salado High School. So he trades in the Georgetown blue for the Eagle red and stays an Eagle in his heart, but he goes and is a Salado Eagle. And he will be just up the road to be the head football coach. So congrats to Coach Beatty and his wife and family. We will miss you guys. Great time enjoying you guys and getting to know you, you and your family. And best of luck there to the Salado Eagles. A great hire for Salado. And then Coach Nicky becomes the first athletic coordinator and head football coach of Legacy Ranch High School. That is the second high school in the Liberty Hill ISD. Coach Nicky was announced last week, and so I wanted to bring it both tonight as we kind of got some inside scoop that Coach Beatty may be on the way out to a promotion in life and an opportunity to be the head coach at Salado, and that came true last night at their board meeting. And so Coach Nicky and Coach Beatty, congratulations to you and your families. We will miss you guys, but you're just up the road. That's the beautiful thing about it. We'll still see them around, I'm sure. Salado just to our north, Liberty Hill just to our west. And so best of luck to Coach Beatty and Coach Nicky. Georgetown Eagles in the midst of a 20-3 run on this season after a rough 2-4 start. In the last 23 games, the Eagles are 20-3 overall in that 23-game stretch as they have moved themselves into position that they want to be in. At top of the district standings, and an opportunity if they can control business and win some games out here, the last 5 of the district, and go to the playoffs in first place. The first seed would set themselves up nicely for their first playoff game against the number 4 seed out of District 24. On the road on the season, Georgetown comes in 4-2 on the season. Elgin at home is a tough opponent. They are 7-3 on the year. Georgetown comes into the ballgame in district scoring an average of 64.8 points and allowing 50.3. Elgin comes in scoring 54.1 points in district per game and allowing 58.3 points each night. And so it'll be fun to watch that. Can Elgin hold serve on their court and pull the upset? And can Georgetown get another big road win in district on the road here at Elgin High School? That is what we wait to see. 2:25 left here in the warm-up. We'll take another quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready for the national anthem, and then we'll bring you the Georgetown Eagles starting lineup here live on the SHN Sports Network. Eagle basketball continues in a moment.
Wildcats for the playing of our national anthem.
Live here at Elgin High School. As we get ready to go, the Georgetown Eagles starting lineup being introduced by the PA announcer. It's not as emphatic as it is at home, so we'll go over and do it here live on the air tonight. At guard, the 6-foot junior, number 1, Q Presley. At guard, a 5'9 senior, number 13, Kai Canfield. At wing, a 6'1 senior, number 21, Cooper Christensen. At wing, the 6'6 junior, number 25, Ryan Dupre. And the big man down low, the 6'9 junior, number 45, Evan Mayhew. So it'll be Presley, Canfield, Christensen, Dupre, and Mayhew on the floor to start it out for the Georgetown Eagles. Georgetown in the road black uniforms. EFND in capital block print lettering across the front of the jerseys in gray lettering over the gray numerals on the front, the gray numerals on the back for the Georgetown Eagles, and their black tops, black bottoms outlined in Georgetown blue. For the Elgin Wildcats, the home uniforms are the white in color with purple accents. Elgin in capital block print lettering across the front of the jerseys on the front and on top of the purple numbers on the back as well. And so your Georgetown Eagles, the Elgin Wildcats, get ready to go to work here at Elgin High School for tonight's ball game. A 3-man officiating crew to start it off here for this ball game. 8 minutes on the first quarter. Georgetown will be going right to left. Shout out to my main statistician, main man there, Kevin Dupre, back home tonight. Hopefully on the mend. So hopefully Kevin's feeling better as we go. Get to see him maybe on a Friday night back home against Hendrickson. And now we get ready. It got real quiet here in this gymnasium, and now we get ready to go. Evan Mayhew will jump it up with Jonathan Richard for the Wildcats here to start the ball game. The ball's in the air. Mayhew will tip it backwards into the hands of Ryan Dupre. And Georgetown will hold the opening possession. Q Presley will bring it up from the backcourt for the Eagles. Picked up by McFarland. He'll go right wing to Cooper Christensen, down to Dupre on the right baseline. Ryan holds there against Lewis. Skip pass all the way to the left side to Canfield. Now to Presley on the wing, up top to Christensen. Moving around the outside of the arc. Dupre has it right wing. He'll look to drive down to the baseline. Does. Swings it out. Christensen back to Presley. Left wing fires a 3. It's an air ball, but Dupre's right there. Goes from the left side. Puts it up. Draws the foul and one. Nice job of Ryan Dupre to follow that shot. Get it short of the rim and go up with it. Get the bucket and the foul. And that'll be Ryan Dupre's first 2 of the ball game. Give Georgetown the early 2-0 lead. And he'll go to the free throw line. The foul called on the Elgin Wildcats. The foul is whistled on Nathan Lewis. That's his first, team first for the Wildcats. Dupre to the free throw line. The free throw on the way. Short off the front iron. Rebound by Lewis. He'll give it off to McFarland. And here come the Wildcats in their first possession of the ball game. McFarland across the timeline. Goes off to Richard at the left elbow. Back to McFarland. Gets the high screen. Off of that to the left side. He'll stop and pop a deep 3. It's on the way. Good. McFarland knocks down his first bucket of the ball game. A big 3-pointer. And the Wildcats take a 3-2 lead here early in the ball game. Top of the key, Presley has it. He'll go right wing to Christensen. Cooper off a screen. Now we'll dump it to Dupre in the right block. Kick it out to Canfield, left baseline. He'll take the three. It's on the way. High off the rim. No good. Rebound, Jonathan Richard for the Wildcats. Lewis will take possession. He'll bring it across the timeline. Right side for the Wildcats. Go left wing to, or McFarland had it. Go left wing to Lewis. Lewis will get the high screen from Richard. Stop and pop a three. It's off the back rim. No good. Long rebound taken that way by Cooper Christensen for the Eagles. 6.5 minutes left, first quarter. Dupre drives baseline, dumps it in the middle of the lane to Mayhew, and the layup good for Evan Mayhew. Nice pass from Dupre. Give him the assist and give Mayhew the bucket, and a 4-3 lead for the Eagles. 6:15 remaining first quarter. McFarland to Lewis, near side of Bermudez, into the hands of Hickman. Down low, nice pass, nice cut, and nice bucket for Lewis, and a 5-4 lead there for the Elgin Wildcats. Presley up top for the Eagles. Goes right wing. Now up top into the hands of Christensen. Cooper has it. Right wing to Canfield. He'll dribble against Hickman. Top of the key. Left wing to Presley. He'll take the three. It's on the way. Off the rim. No good. Rebound Bermudez for the Wildcats. Give it off to McFarland, and here comes the Wildcats across the timeline. His pass stolen by Canfield. 2-on-1. Canfield will take it all the way to the right block. The runner is up. Can't get it to go, but he'll draw the foul on McFarland. That'll be his first personal foul. Second team foul on the Wildcats. That'll send Canfield to the free throw line for 2 shots. Five to 4. Elgin leads it here with 5:21 left here in the first quarter as Canfield goes to the free throw line. For the first time in the ballgame, a chance to give the Eagles tie it up and take the lead if he can make them both. First free throw on the way, off the back iron, no good for Canfield. So Elgin maintains the 5-4 lead. Canfield ready for his second free throw. It's on the way. And this one is good, and that'll tie it up at 5 apiece. McFarland across the timeline for the Wildcats will get off to Hickman, and they play catch outside the three-point line. McFarland left wing, looks for the cutter, now back up top to Lewis. Deep three from the left wing, and it's off the iron, no good. And a foul called on the floor. They're going to call it on Cooper Christensen. Pushing through the screen, his first personal foul, first team foul on Georgetown. 5:08 left here, first quarter. 5-5 your score early on in the ball game. McFarland inbound on the far sideline for the Wildcats. He'll throw it into Amar Bermudez, back to McFarland, and he'll start the Elgin Wildcat offense from the top, give it off to Hickman, and they'll play catch outside the arc. Up top to McFarland. In the Globetrotter style they go. Richard on the left wing. He'll go up top to Lewis. He'll get the screen. Lewis will drive. Kick it out to Bermudez on the baseline. He drives up towards the wing, now to the baseline. Tries to throw it up over Mayhew. Can't get the shot to go. Mayhew gets the rebound, and then there's going to be a jump ball called as he brought it down, and Bermudez reached in and tied him up. So Elgin will get the ball off the alternating possession with 4:44 left here in the first quarter. Hickman to inbound for the Wildcats. Inbound to Lewis on the left wing, covered by Presley. He'll drive in, all the way in, and throw it up off the glass and gets it to go. Whistle and the foul. That'll send Nathan Lewis to the free throw line. For the and one, they're going to call it on Evan Mayhew, his first, team second on the Eagles. And McFarland gives the Eagles the 7-5, or the Wildcats the 7-5 lead with a chance to make it a 3-point lead. Free throw on the way, short off the iron. Rebound tip from Dupre into the hands of Q Presley. And Georgetown has the ball, trailing by 2 with 4.5 minutes left first quarter. Presley left wing into the hands of Canfield. Down to Dupre on the baseline. Covered by Lewis. Dupre will back it out. He'll spin baseline, cut off. He'll skip pass over to Christensen, right baseline. Drives into the right block, puts it up, contested. Shot gets blocked, but a foul whistled. That'll send Cooper Christian to the free throw line. Foul whistled on Jonathan Richard. That'll be his first, team third on the Wildcats, and that'll send Cooper to the free throw line for the 2 shots. Set to check in for the Wildcats is number 30. That's David Pinson. First free throw from Cooper is good. That'll cut the lead to 1 for Elgin now, 7-6. Penson checks in for McFarland for the Wildcats as Cooper readies for the second free throw. Free throw on the way. Good as well. Cooper knocks them both down and ties it up at 7 apiece. Here early in the ball game. Cooper now with 2 points in the ball game for the Eagles. 4:10 left as Hickman gives it off to Lewis. And here comes the Globetrotter weave outside the three-point line. Penson has it, dribbles up top over to Hickman on the left wing. Hickman gets the high screen from Richard, now dribbles back to the left wing. We'll give it off to Penson. Penson will dribble up top, give it off to Nathan Lewis. And Cooper on him. Lewis looks to drive towards the right wing, kick it over to Hickman on the left wing. Bermuda's on the left baseline, will drive in, kick it out to Penson. Right baseline three on the way. It's an air ball, but the backside rebound. Richard gets it, blocked by Mayhew, and what an effort there by Ryan Dupre to save it and bounce to Canfield, and here come the Eagles. Canfield left wing will drive all the way in, goes up, shots blocked, and then Mayhew gets the rebound, goes up, and he's fouled, and that'll send Evan Mayhew to the free throw line, and that'll be a foul whistled on Hickman. That is his first, team fourth now on the Wildcats, but a great job by Evan Mayhew to grab that blocked shot and go up with it, so he has a chance to give Georgetown the lead back here. 3:31 remaining. Mayhew's first free throw, good. Rattles that one in. So Mayhew now with 3 points in the ball game. Checking into the ball game for the first time tonight for your Eagles, the 6'3" senior forward, number 2, Landry Bullion. Second free throw for Mayhew, good as well. Evan knocks down both of his. He now has 4 in the ball game, and the Eagles lead it by 2, 9-7. And now checking into the ball game for the first time for Georgetown is the 6'2" senior wing, number 3, Charles Johnson. Also into the ballgame for the Wildcats is number 3, Noden Bailey, the 6'4" junior. Hickman goes to the left wing. We'll give it off to Lewis. Lewis will take an NBA three from the left wing and knock it down. He's hot on the night so far. He has 7 in the ballgame, and the Wildcats take the 10-9 lead over the Eagles. Right wing, Bullion has it. Off a screen, picks up the dribble, gives it off to Canfield. Left wing, swing it all the way out. Q Presley has it. He'll drive into the middle lane, put a shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Bermuda. Saves it to Hickman, and here come the Wildcats. Kick it ahead, right wing to Penson. Back to Hickman, but it's behind him into the backcourt, and that'll be a turnover on the Wildcats. So Georgetown will get the ball back with 2:47 remaining as McFarland checks back into the ball game for the Wildcats along with number 12. That's the 5'11" senior guard, number 12, Bradley Rodriguez. So Bradley Rodriguez into the ball game. Right wing, Canfield gives it off to Johnson on the baseline. Back to Bullion on the right wing. 2:40 left here in the first quarter. Back to Charles Johnson. He'll drive baseline, picks up the dribble. Up to Dupre on the right wing. Fakes his man, drives into the free throw line. An offensive foul called there on the push-off. That'll be on Dupre. That'll be his first, team third on the Georgetown Eagles. And the Wildcats get the ball back with 2:31 left here in the first quarter, and they lead it by 1. Catch around the top, into the hands of McFarland on the left wing. Up top to Lewis. He'll take an NBA three. It's on the way. It's in and out. No good. Rebound battle for Dupre. Tips it free into the hands of Canfield. And here comes Georgetown. Canfield, right wing, gives it off to Q Presley. On the baseline, he'll drive the baseline and go up. But a whistle there on the traveling violation. Turnover on Georgetown. 2:08 remaining first quarter. Elgin gets it right back, and the 10-9 lead still intact for the Wildcats. McFarland gets the inbound for the Wildcats, and will bring it across the timeline. Go into the hands of Lewis, and here comes the weave. A toss across the top. McFarland has it off a high screen from Bailey. Right wing, fires the three. It's short, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Left wing, left baseline. Hickman has it. He'll drive on Bullion, but cut off. The ball knocked out of bounds by Landry. And the Wildcats will inbound on their own baseline. 1:48 remaining. Mayhew, Christensen check back in. Dupre and Q Presley check out for Georgetown with 1:48 remaining. Hickman to inbound for the Wildcats on their baseline underneath their own bucket on the left side. Hickman will get it in deep to McFarland. He'll give it off to Rodriguez. Back to McFarland. McFarland looks to drive now, backs it out, gives it off to Lewis. Lewis into the hands of Bradley Rodriguez. Back to Lewis, top of the key. He'll drive, kick it out. Hickman fires the right wing three. In and out, no good. Rebound battle for it, knocked free. Bailey comes away with it for the Wildcats. Kicks it up top to Lewis. He'll fake, drive in. His pass is tipped. It's loose on the floor. and Hickman comes away with it for Elgin with 1:20 left. Hickman now will drive into the lane. The floater is up off the backboard, no good, but the rebound by Bailey. It's now loose on the floor, and Bouillon comes away with it for Georgetown. Give it off to Canfield. Kai will bring it across the timeline. Left wing to Johnson into the hands of Christensen on the left baseline with 1:05 remaining. Here in the first quarter, Christensen dribbles up top, swing it around. Canfield has it on the baseline. He'll stop, back up to Bouillon, a right wing. 55 seconds remaining, first quarter. Johnson has it, left wing to Christensen. Now up top to Canfield. He'll dribble, kick it out to Johnson, right wing into the hands of Bouillon. Landry holds against Lewis, drives the baseline, kicks it out to Canfield. Canfield has to go off the dribble, goes up to Johnson, into the left elbow, goes down low to Mayhew. What a pass. Mayhew's shot no good, gets his own rebound. Battle for the second rebound, off the miss, dumps it off to Johnson. Then Charles will go up and get it to go in. Nice job there by Johnson to be confident, go up and get the bucket. And the Eagles take the lead back. 11-10 with just 23 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Georgetown takes the lead back by 1. McFarland right across mid-court stripe. Center of the floor, dribbles up to the 2-3 screen zone defense. Lewis has it on the left side now with 9 seconds remaining. He'll back it out, look for the call. 5 seconds remaining, McFarland has it. Back to Lewis, right wing, right baseline, Bradley Rodriguez. His three was blocked, and it's short, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. 11-10, Georgetown leads it by 1 over Elgin. After one complete quarter, we'll take a timeout. Eagle basketball continues after this. Back here at Elgin High School after one complete quarter, 11-10. Georgetown leads by 1. A back and forth quarter between these two teams, and Georgetown ends period number 1 with the 1-point lead. And now we get ready for quarter number 2. Georgetown has it off the alternating possession. Johnson, Canfield, Christensen, Bouillon, and Mayhew on the floor for Georgetown. Canfield across the timeline, picked up by McFarland. Goes to Christensen, backdoor cut by Bouillon, ball tip free. It's off the rim, scramble for it. And Bermudez has it for the Wildcats. Off to McFarland. McFarland far side of the court across the timeline. Left baseline into the hands of Bailey. He'll quick fire a three. It's a long air ball into the hands of Bouillon. He'll give it off to Kai. Here comes Kai with 7:35 remaining in the second quarter. Kick it to Bouillon, left wing. He'll stop and fire a deep three. It's off the rim twice. Mayhew will tip it out, but Bermudez comes away with it for the Wildcats. He'll push down the left side of the lane. Ball tip free by Johnson into the hands of Bouillon, and here comes Georgetown. Kai will bring it down the right side. He'll go up, draw the foul on Pinson. And Pinson will send Kai Canfield to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that'll be Pinson's first personal foul. First team foul on the Wildcats. Kai Canfield back to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 on the night. 1 point in the ball game for Canfield. Opportunity to extend the Georgetown lead. Canfield rattles this one in. Bumps the lead to 12-10 now. Into the ball game for the Wildcats comes the 5'11 junior forward, number 4, Braylon Rodriguez. Second free throw from Canfield is no good. Wildcats get the rebound. McFarland across the timeline, left wing. Braylon gives it off to Pinson. The weave game going on. McFarland off a screen from Bailey to the right wing. Now up top, gives it off. Pinson, right wing into the hands of Braylon. He'll drive right baseline, cut off by Bouillon. Pass tipped into the hands of Pinson. Right wing three, and it knocked down. Elgin takes the lead right back as Pinson gets his first points of the ball game. A big three there. Elgin leads it 13-12. Christensen left wing will dribble up top, give it off to Kai Canfield. Canfield dribbles, backdoor cut by Bouillon, kicks it out. Dupre's checked in, he fires a right wing three, in and out, no good. The rebound tipped up, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Braylon Rodriguez for the Wildcats. 6:35 remaining, second quarter. McFarland has it across the timeline now for the Wildcats. He'll go to Bailey on the left wing. Bailey will stop and pop a three. It's high arcing, no good. Off the rim, Bermudez with the rebound. Spins, goes above baseline, draws the foul, and gets the bucket. And that'll be on Landry Bullion. That'll be his first personal foul. First team foul on the Eagles here in the second quarter. But Bermudez gets his first point of the ballgame and a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Extends the lead to 15-12 now. 6:20 left here in the first half. Presley back into the ballgame for Kai Canfield. So you got Presley, Bullion, Mayhew, Dubray, and Christensen on the floor for Georgetown. Bermudez, left-handed free throw shot, short off the rim, no good. Rebound Ryan Dupre for the Eagles. 6:15 remaining. Q Presley will bring it up for the Eagles. Across the timeline, McFarland will pick him up there, center of the floor. Presley looks and goes into Dupre at the free throw line. Dumps it down low to Mayhew from the right block. His layup a little too strong, but gets his own rebound. Goes back up off the glass, and good. Mayhew now with 6 in the ball game. It cuts the lead back to 1 for Elgin, 15-14. Weave around the outside for the Wildcats. Pinson, McFarland, and Braylon Rodriguez. Now to the hands of Bailey on the right wing. Bailey back to McFarland, left wing. NBA three on the way. It's good. McFarland knocks down his second three-pointer of the ballgame, has 6 in the game, and a 18-14 lead for the Wildcats. Kick it out. Christensen left wide open, left wing three. It's up, in and out, no good. Rebound Bermudez, and here come the Wildcats with the 4-point lead. Kick it ahead. McFarland right wing. Holds there. Now to Bailey. He'll drive in. Right block. The runner up and good. And now a 6-point lead for Elgin. Their biggest of the ball game as Bailey gets his first points of the ball game. 20-14. 4:55 left here in the second quarter. Presley will drive in. Right elbow. Drops it down to Mayhew on the right block. Kicks it out. But a traveling violation whistled on Mayhew in the lane. And now a substitution here. Bailey will check out for the Wildcats. And Jonathan Richard checks in. And Coach Canfield's going to call a timeout with 4:47 left here in the second quarter. Quick timeout. We'll take it with them. Elgin leads it 20-14 over your Eagles. Eagle basketball continues. After the quick 30-second timeout, 4:47 left here in the second quarter. Elgin leads it by 6, 20-14. Inbound to McFarland. McFarland, Pinson, Richard, Braylon Rodriguez, and Bermudez on the floor for the Wildcats. Christensen, Dupre, Bullion, Mayhew, and Presley on the floor for Georgetown. Play the weave game outside the three-point line. McFarland has it up top now to Braylon Rodriguez. He'll look to drive, cut off by Bullion. Picks up the dribble, trying to get rid of it. And finally does to McFarland here in front of the Eagle bench. He'll back it out, slow things down with 4:20 left. Off a high screen, McFarland dribbles to the top of the key. Right elbow, kicks it out to Rodriguez. Braylon drives in. His floater is up off the glass and good. Braylon Rodriguez his first 2 of the ball game. And the lead lengthens to 8 now for Elgin. Right wing to Bullion, 22-14. Elgin leads it, 4:05 left second quarter. Christensen to Presley, left wing. Presley will drive all the way to the right block, but he's blocked by Richard. He'll go 2 free throws here on the whistle. And foul called on the arm, and it's called on number 30, Pinson. That'll be Pinson's second foul, second team foul on the Wildcats. So Q Presley will go to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game for Georgetown. As Hickman readies to sub in for the Elgin Wildcats. Canfield waits to sub in for Georgetown. Presley's first free throw of the ball game is on the way, nothing but net. 22-15. Georgetown trails by 7. Q's first point of the ball game as Hickman replaces Pinson. Canfield replaces Bullion for the Georgetown Eagles. Presley's second free throw rolls in, and the lead down to 6 now. 22-16. 3:50 left. Second quarter. Braylon Rodriguez plays catch out top. Hickman and McFarland. McFarland looks to dribble drive into the lane. The floater blocked by Presley into the hands of Mayhew. Kicks it out. Dupre now ahead to Q Presley, and he'll lay it up and in. Nice job there defensively for the Eagles. And it pays off with Q's first field goal to the ball game. And now with 4 in the ball game, and the lead down to 4 for Elgin. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 22-18. Hickman across the timeline, top of the key, right wing to McFarland. He'll quick fire a 3. It's on the way, long, no good. Rebound by Dupre for Georgetown. Ryan has it. He'll skip it ahead quickly to Canfield on the right wing. He'll drive into the lane, back up top to Dupre, fakes the 3, drives in. Braylon Rodriguez was not even set, and they're going to call a pushing foul on Dupre. And Coach Canfield and Dupre both asking, and he calls the offensive foul. It's the second on Ryan Dupre. Second team foul here in the second quarter on Georgetown. So the Wildcats get it back with 3:12 left here in the second quarter, leading by 4, 22-18. McFarland gets it in the backcourt. He'll walk it across for the Wildcats, covered by Canfield. Lewis back in for the Wildcats. Now up top into the hands of Bermudez. Dribbles towards the left, now up top to Hickman. Right wing into the hands of Lewis, covered by Christensen. Up top to Hickman. He'll look to drive left side, a push off, no call there. Up top Lewis, quick fire 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound Presley. Q has it for the Eagles with 2:45 remaining across the timeline, right side. He'll go right wing to Canfield. Canfield looks down low, up top hits Presley. Presley left wing into the hands of Christensen. Christensen up top to Canfield, now to Presley right wing, fakes the 3. He'll drive all the way in, kick it out. Christensen left baseline has it, down low to Mayhew, but the ball tipped free from behind. And the foul whistled on Jonathan Richard with a double elbow there in the back of Mayhew. So that'll give the Eagles the ball. The foul called on 21. Jonathan Richard, his second personal foul, third team foul on the Wildcats here in the second quarter. 2:29 remaining. Christensen to inbound for Georgetown. He'll get it into Canfield. Left baseline, quick fire a 3. It's short off the rim. Rebound by Richard. Ball's tipped free from Presley. And then a late whistled there, and that's going to be on Q Presley, his first personal foul. Third team foul on Georgetown here in the second quarter as well. 2:23 remaining. Elgin gets the ball right back. Hickman to inbound, does to McFarland. Full court pressure applied. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. Canfield will stay on McFarland. McFarland will bring it across the timeline. 2:15 remaining. Center of the floor. Looks to drive now. Kicks it out to Hickman. He'll quick fire a 3. It's on the way. Off the rim. No good. And Dupre with the rebound for the Eagles. Dupre kicks it across to Presley. Ahead to Christensen. Right wing. Back to Presley. Eagles have it there, looking at the right elbow and get it to Mayhew. Mayhew turns and holds there. Now he'll drive down to the right block. The runner up off the glass. Counted and one. Evan Mayhew, a strong take. He'll get the bucket and a chance for a 3-point play. And that's a big foul. It's called on Jonathan Richard, and that'll be his third personal foul. 4-team foul on the Wildcats, but an opportunity here for Mayhew to cut it to just a 1-point deficit. Mayhew now with 8 in the ball game, a chance to make it 9 as Dupre and Christensen check out. Bullion and Johnson back in for Georgetown. Evan to the free throw line. Free throw on the way. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Bailey, who's checked in for Richard. Kicking ahead, Bermudez right wing quickly with 1:50 left. Back to Hickman. Over to Lewis. He'll take a Steph Curry 3 from the left wing. It's no good. It goes off the rim and hits off the back rim setup extension. And that's out of bounds, and the ball right back over to Georgetown. 1:40 left as Canfield crosses the midcourt stripe. Right wing to Johnson. He'll drive baseline. Kick it back up top to Canfield. Quick fire a 3. It's on the way. Good. Kai Canfield knocks down his first 3. It gives Georgetown the lead back for the first time in a while. That's Kai's first field goal of the night, and a 23-22 lead for the Eagles. 1:20 left here in the first half. Bermudez top of the key, off a screen for Bailey to the right elbow, kicks it out to Lewis. He'll drive right baseline, up and around, throws it up, can't get it to go. Rebound, check and free, but it's knocked off of Lewis. Nope, and it stays in bounds. Mayhew gets it. Gives it off to Johnson across the timeline. Ball tip, 1 minute left in the first half. 1 minute. Bullion to give it back to Charles Johnson, left wing to Q Presley. He fakes the shot, dribbles, now skips it over to Johnson, right wing. He'll drive the baseline, kicks it into Mayhew in the middle of the lane. He'll spin towards the left block, put it up strong left hand. Too strong, comes off the rim into the hands of Bermudez, and here come the Wildcats. Ahead to Hickman, right wing. He'll drive in. Runner up over Mayhew is good. So give Hickman the bucket. He now has his first two of the ball game, and Wildcats get their lead back 24-23. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Canfield across the timeline. Middle of the floor now, left wing to Presley. Presley will dribble up top with 20 seconds remaining. Give it off to Bouillon on the right side. Covered by Lewis. Bouillon back to Canfield near side with 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. 24-23, Elgin by 1. Canfield dribbles against McFarland. Misses the high screen, but now a traveling violation called there as it pinned against his leg on the pressure from Bailey. And the Eagles turn it over with 6.21 seconds remaining. Hickman to come inbound on the near sideline in front of the Elgin bench. In the Elgin backcourt, we'll give it off to Bermudez. Two across the timeline. Loses it over to Hickman, left wing. Fires a three at the buzzer, and it's good. And Elgin takes a 4-point lead into the half after a Hickman three at the buzzer. A nice play there, and Hickman finishes the half with 5, the last 5 of the half for the Wildcats. And after 2 quarters, Georgetown trails it by 4, 27-23. Georgetown basketball brought to you by Mackay Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Chrysler Ford Lincoln. We'll go to the half, trailing by 4 when we come back. Some halftime stats and third quarter action right around the corner here on the SHN Sports Network. live here at Elgin High School. Trying to get some internet connectivity issues straightened out. So not any stats at halftime. We'll kind of catch up with those here in just a minute. But Georgetown trails at the half, 27-23. Elgin will have the ball to start this third quarter. Leading by 4. McFarland left wing to the hands of Lewis. They'll play catch outside the three-point line. McFarland has it, top of the key, right wing into the hands of Richard. Back to McFarland, left wing, a high screen there. Now he'll cut back to the left, give it off to Hickman. Left baseline three, it's good. Hickman knocks it down. Hickman now 8 in the ball game. And the lead up to 7 now for the Wildcats, 30-23. Q Presley, top of the key, picks up the dribble. Goes into Dupre at the right elbow. Backdoor cut to Christensen. He'll lay it up and in. Nice play there. An assist for Dupre and a bucket for Christensen, his first field goal. And Georgetown gets the lead back to 5, 30-25. Globe-trottering around the outside. Richard has it. He'll give it off to McFarland on the right wing. McFarland will dribble off the screen. Back up top with 7:05 left, third quarter. McFarland will slow it down, call out the offense. Now he dribbles left wing. Goes over to Lewis, right wing, in the hands of Bermudez. Up top to Lewis. Off the screen, he'll drive in, kick it out. McFarland, right baseline three. It's on the right way, no good. Rebound Mayhew. Off to Dupre, quickly to Presley. Q will drive all the way in, around Bermudez, lay it in. Nice take there by Q Presley. He now has 6 in the ball game. And the Eagles cut it to a 3-point deficit, 6:35 remaining third quarter. 30-27, Elgin has it. McFarland across the timeline to Hickman on the near side. Hickman to the center of the floor, over to McFarland, right wing. Now to Lewis, left wing, fakes the three. And now they're going to call a quick hand check whistle here. It'll be on Cooper Christensen, his second personal foul. First team foul in the third quarter for the Eagles. McFarland inbound, does to Hickman, back to McFarland with 6:25 remaining. Left wing in the hands of Lewis. Over to Bermudez, right wing in the hands of Hickman, down low to Lewis. He got position but blocked by Christensen, but they'll whistle the foul on the body. And that'll be on Cooper Christensen. That'll be his third personal foul. And that'll be the second Eagle foul. Quickly off the bench comes Landry Bullion as Nathan Lewis will go to the free throw line. 4-2 free throws. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. First free throw here from Lewis is good. Now with 8 in the ball game, 4-point lead for the Wildcats. 6:17 remaining, third quarter, 31-27. Nathan Lewis ready for his second free throw. It is on the way. It is good. The lead back to 5 for the Wildcats. 32-27. Q Presley up top to Dupre, right wing to Canfield. Baseline to Bullion, passes on the 3, dribbles up to the wing, gives it off to Presley. Top of the key to Canfield, swing it away around. Dupre drives the left baseline around Richard, kicks it out to Bullion. Fakes the 3 into Mayhew in the lane. He'll spin, gives it low to Dupre. Dupre will go up strong from the right block and get it to go. Nice bucket there, nice pass for Mayhew. And Ryan Dupre, his first points from in the second half, first since the first quarter, now with 4 in the ball game. The Eagles cut the lead back to 3, 32-29. Bermudez drives in, tries to throw it over Mayhew and does. Bermudez gets his first field goal to the second half. 4 points now in the ball game. 34-29, Elgin by 5. 5:25 remaining. Kick it over. Bullion left wide open. Left wing 3 on the way. Good. Landry Bullion knocks down that three-pointer. His first points of the ball game. The lead cut back to 2 now. 34-32. 5:10 left here in the third quarter. Wildcats play catch up top. Hickman has it. Left wing into the hands of Richard. He'll look to drive on Mayhew and does. Blocked by Mayhew, out of bounds. Good effort there by Evan Mayhew to avoid the foul and get the block. So Elgin will inbound on the baseline. 5:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Hickman to inbound for the Wildcats. Gives it into Lewis. Swing it all the way around. Bermudez to Hickman on the right, left baseline. Quick fire a 3. It's off the rim. No good. Bullion tips the rebound into the hands of Ryan Dupre for Georgetown. And he'll walk it up for the Eagles. 4:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Canfield down low to Mayhew on the right block. He'll spin it towards the lane. Now go baseline into the middle lane. Kick it out all the way around. Canfield left baseline. Passes on the shot. Drives baseline. Behind the back pass. Dumps it to Mayhew. He'll go up strong with the left hand and get it. The Eagles tie it up. Nice assist there from Kai Canfield, and Mayhew with another bucket. 34-34. 4:25 remaining third quarter. Here goes the weave up top for the Wildcats. McFarland has it. He'll come off a high screen from Richard. Goes towards the right wing, calls back for the high screen, gets another one. Dribbles off of it, left wing to Hickman. Hickman to the free throw line, fires a quick shot off the rim, no good. Canfield will let it go out of bounds. And Georgetown will get possession, but here comes Braylon Rodriguez and Bailey into the ball game. So number 4, number 3 check in for 1 and 21. Richard and Lewis will take a seat for the Wildcats. 4:06 remaining here in the third quarter. All squared, 34 apiece. And Pinson checked into the ball game. That's what they were waiting on. McFarland had to come off. So 3 of the starters off the floor for the Wildcats. Canfield across the timeline for the Eagles. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Drop it down low on the left block to Mayhew. He'll spin into the lane. Spins baseline, hands it off to Q. Reverse layup, bucket and one. What a take there by Q Presley to drive through the contact, get the bucket and count it. The foul is on Bailey. That'll be his first personal foul, first team foul on the Wildcats here in the third quarter. And Q Presley now with 8 in the ball game, a chance to make it 9, but the Eagles have their first lead in a while. 36-34. Q 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw on the way, in and out, no good. 3:52 remaining, Elgin has the rebound. Hickman across the timeline. He'll start the weave at the top of the key. Gives it off to Pinson, Bermudez, Braylon Rodriguez, left wing to Hickman. Hickman holds up top. Braylon Rodriguez loses the ball, gets it back. Dribbles towards the right wing, off a screen, holds it, right wing into the hands of Pinson. He'll back it back up top against Dupre. Backs it back up top again. Dribbling around the floor. Should have been a double dribble. No call there. Gives it off to Bermudez. Off a high screen by Bailey. Bermudez backs it out. Falls to the floor and ball tip free. Dupre kicking ahead to Q Presley, and he'll lay it up and in. Q Presley give the assist to Dupre. Give the bucket to Presley. Give the Eagles a 4-point lead. 38-34, and it'll be a quick timeout from head coach David Wilson. We'll take it with them. 3:13 remaining third quarter. Eagles have the 4-point lead over the Elgin Wildcats. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. Of the 30-second timeout, Elgin has the ball, and they trail by 4. Georgetown's come back from behind here in the third quarter. 38-34, Bailey left wing. He'll take a 3 over Mayhew. It's off the back iron, no good. Canfield gets the rebound for Georgetown. Canfield will push it ahead for the Eagles. Right wing to Ryan Dupre. Dupre skip pass over to Canfield, left wing down to Mayhew. He'll back in, dump it to Canfield, middle of the lane. His layup. Can't get it to go. Tries to avoid the contact. And it's no good. Rebound by the Wildcats. Kick it across McFarland. Across the timeline. Right wing. Up top. Kicking to Hickman. Left wing. He'll fire a 3. It's off the rim. No good. Up high for the rebound is Evan Mayhew, and he has it for Georgetown. 2.5 minutes remaining third quarter. Georgetown leads it 38-34. Canfield right wing to Presley. He'll go down to the block. Baseline there to Mayhew. Mayhew holds. He'll look to drive baseline, and the foul whistled on the floor. The block on Bailey. That'll be his second foul. Second team foul on the Wildcats. The Eagles will inbound on the baseline underneath their own bucket here on the near side. Bullion to inbound. Bullion, Dupre, Mayhew, Canfield, and Presley on the floor for the Eagles. Inbound to Dupre. Nice cut from between defenders. Dupre's shot can't get it. He gets his own rebound. He'll force it back up and get it to go. What a job by Ryan Dupre. He'll get the second field goal of the quarter for himself now with 6 in the ball game. In the league for the Eagles is up to 6, 40-34. McFarland off the screen, has it left wing for the Wildcats. He'll hop and pop a 3 and knock it down. McFarland, nice shot there off of a double cutback on his screen from Bailey. his third three of the ball game, and the lead cut back to 3, 40-37. Dupre has it left wing, fakes the three, drives down to the left block, kick it out to Bouillon, right wing. He'll fire the three. Good! Landry Bouillon, his second three of the half. He now has 6 in the ball game. And the Eagles lead it by 6, 37-43. 1:25 remaining. Foul on Q Presley, his second foul, third team foul on the Eagles. As Charles Johnson and Cooper Christensen set to check in for Georgetown. Evan Mayhew, Q Presley will check out for Georgetown. So we'll have Canfield, Johnson, Dupre, Christensen, and Bouillon on the floor for the Eagles. Elgin inbounds with 1:20 left now. Third quarter. Lewis back on the floor, kicks it over to Bradley Rodriguez. Down low to Lewis. He'll drop the shoulder. Offensive foul. Landry Bouillon will draw that charge. A good job there by Bouillon. That'll be Lewis's second personal foul, third team foul on the Wildcats. So the Eagles get the ball back with 1:13 remaining in the third quarter. And now a delay in the game here as Bouillon's got to tie his shoe. So 1:11 left here in the ball game. Ryan Dupre to inbound here on the near sideline by the Elgin bench. Into the backcourt to Kai Canfield. Georgetown has possession with 1:10 left here, third quarter, and a 6-point lead. Bouillon has it across the timeline. Left side, pressured by Lewis, gives it off to Canfield. Canfield holds on the left wing, dribbles against McFarland. Now to the hands of Ryan Dupre. Eagles slow it down here in the last minute of the third quarter. Dupre against Bailey. Bailey gets called for the reach in there. Good job by Ryan Dupre to draw the foul. That's going to be Bailey's third personal foul, fourth team foul on the Wildcats. Georgetown to inbound here at the near sideline by the scorer's table. 44 seconds remaining. Bouillon into the backcourt to Kai Canfield. Canfield gives it off to Dupre on the left side with 35 seconds remaining. Dupre now dribbles out top near the midcourt stripe over towards the right side near the Georgetown bench. Now we'll give it up top to Canfield. 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. McFarland to cover Canfield. He'll put the ball on the floor to break up the 5-second call. Now go to Christensen. Backdoor cut by Johnson. He'll go up strong, but kicks out the pass, and it's stolen by Lewis. Ahead to McFarland. He'll track it down to the corner. McFarland kicks his pass out to Hickman, but it's a wide of Hickman, a turnover into the Elgin bench. So Georgetown will get it back with 6.82 seconds remaining. In quarter number 3, Johnson inbounds to Canfield. Canfield will push it across the timeline. Top of the key, stop. Pop a three. It's on the way. Off the rim, no good. Ball tipped out. McFarland gets it. And the third quarter comes to an end. 43-37. Georgetown leads by 6 after 3. Quick timeout. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. Back here at Elgin High School, we go to quarter number 4, 43-37 Georgetown. Trailed at the end of the first half, 27-23. Swung the momentum with a 20-point third quarter to take the 6-point lead into quarter number 4. Eagles have the ball to start the quarter. Bouillon, Christensen, Johnson, Ronald Proctor into the ball game, and Q Presley on the floor for the Eagles. Bouillon right wing. Goes down to Christensen on the right block. He'll spin the baseline. Kicks it out to Proctor, left baseline. He'll give it off to Johnson, left wing. Skip it over to Presley, right wing. Presley will drive down to the baseline, stop, kick it out. Bullion will drive in the middle of the lane. The floater up, a little too strong off the back iron. Rebound by Richard. And here come the Wildcats. McFarland across the timeline towards the right wing. He'll slow things down for the Wildcats. 7:20 left here in the ball game. McFarland picked up by Christensen. Dribbles towards the left wing, gives it off to Lewis. Lewis off the screen, top of the key. Now he'll back it out and restart the offense. Off to McFarland, left wing. His three, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Q Presley will come away with it for the Eagles. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Q Presley across the timeline, right wing to Proctor. Proctor holds up top to Bullion. Landry down to Christensen on the right block. Triple team, ball stripped free, and out of bounds off the Wildcats. So Georgetown will inbound with 6:53 remaining. On the baseline on the near side of the underneath their own bucket. Bullion to inbound. Inbound to Presley, up top to Johnson, swing it around. Proctor into the hands of Bullion. Left baseline three, fake it. Step in, kick it back out to Q Presley. Left wing three on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound Hickman, and here come the Wildcats. 6:40 left here in the ball game. 43-37, Georgetown by 6. McFarland left side into the hands of Hickman. And he'll start the Globetrotters shuffle. And McFarland has it up top. And here they go swinging it around. Bermudez, right wing to Hickman. Looks for the cutter, up top Bermudez. He'll look to drive. He's cut off by Proctor. Up top Hickman, swings it around. Right wing Lewis holds it there against Bullion. Back to Hickman. Hickman will back it out as Coach Wilson calls the offense out. The Eagles defense stays in man-to-man. Hickman has it up top. We'll give it off to Lewis. Now Bermudez has it, cut off by Proctor. Tries to drive, does, kicks it out, but he runs over Christensen, but they're going to call the foul on Georgetown. They're going to call it on Proctor, and that'll be his first personal foul, first team foul on Georgetown. So the Wildcats will inbound on the near side underneath their own bucket. 6:05 remaining in the ball game. Back door, Lewis has it. He'll try to go up and does over Bullion. His shot too strong. Christensen with the backside rebound for Georgetown. He'll give it off to Charles Johnson. Johnson across the timeline. Right side gives it off to Q Presley. Presley holds it near the Georgetown bench on the right side outside the three-point line. Now up top to Johnson. Left wing to Proctor. Baseline, Bullion goes down low. Now out to Presley on the left wing. He'll hold there. Skip pass over to the near side. Stolen, but knocked out of bounds by Hickman. He couldn't hold on to the pass. He loses it out of bounds, so Georgetown will get it back with 5:39 remaining in the ball game. Score remains at 43-37. Georgetown a 6-point lead. Johnson to inbound, gives it in to Presley. Hugh towards the top of the key. 5:35 remaining. Left wing to Bullion. Up top to Johnson. He'll give it off to Q Presley into the hands of Proctor. Proctor looking low. Now gives it off to Bullion right wing. He'll drive into the lane. Kick it low to Cooper Christensen left side. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. The putback too strong. And the rebound by Lewis. He'll give it off to McFarland, and here come the Wildcats. McFarland, right wing, looks to drive in the lane, kick it out. Bermudez fakes the three on the wing, drives in, kicks it up top. Hickman fires a three. It rattles in. I thought it was long off the back iron, but he gets the kind bounce. And the lead cut to 3 as Hickman knocks down his third 3 of the ball game as well. He now has 11 in the ball game. And a timeout here on the near side by Coach Canfield with 4:57 remaining in the ball game and a 3-point lead for the Eagles, 43-40. We'll take it with them. Eagle basketball continues in a second. Back here at Elgin High School, the Eagles. Brought to you by Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln, both of Georgetown. Proud sponsors of Georgetown Eagle Boys basketball and First Responder Broadcasting. 4:57 remaining here in the ball game. Eagles by 3. Christensen, Presley, Dupre, Mayhew, and Canfield on the floor. The 5 starters for the Georgetown Eagles. Christensen up top to Canfield, swinging around. Dupre, left wing, fires the 3. Good! Ryan Dupre answers with the big 3. He now has 9 in the ball game, and the Eagles lead it 46-40. 4:35 remaining here in the ball game. Here comes the Globetrotter weave. McFarland into the hands of Richard, right wing. Looks at the backdoor cut, now off to McFarland, left wing. He'll get the high screen. Dribbles towards the right. McFarland will back it out, wait for another screen. Presley off of McFarland. Floater from the left elbow, too strong. Mayhew, the backside rebound. He'll give it off to Canfield. Skip it ahead. Christensen left wing. He'll behind the back dribble. Slow it down up top of the key. Now to Canfield. Right wing into the hands of Presley. Looking low for Mayhew. Will go up top to Dupre. Fake the three. Ryan will drive in and kick it out to Christensen. Now Canfield left wing three on the way. Good! Kai Canfield knocks it down. 2 threes in a row for the Eagles. Out of the timeout. Canfield and Dupre both knock one down. Canfield now with 8 in the ball game, and the Eagle lead up to 9, 49-40. McFarland off to Lewis. The shuffle around the top comes. Bermudez will look to drive on Dupre to the left elbow. Drives in. Dupre defects the shot into the hands of Mayhew. Back to Dupre. Kick it ahead to Presley. Tips it out to Canfield. Right wing. Fakes the three. Drives all the way in. The floater off the glass. Good. Kai Canfield knocks it down, and a foul called here. Nope, no foul. There was a whistle for Bermudez. He came up limping. So they'll stop the play, but Canfield got the bucket to give the Eagles the 11-point lead, 51-40. And now Coach Wilson for the Wildcats is going to take a full timeout to slow things down. 51-40, Georgetown leads it by 11. Quick timeout. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. Here live, Elgin High School. We come with 3:33 left in the ball game, an 11-point lead, the largest of the game for either team. Georgetown has it, 51-40 on the floor for your Eagles. The starting 5: Presley, Canfield, Christensen, Dupre, and Mayhew. On the floor for the Wildcats is Hickman, McFarland, Bradley Rodriguez, Bailey, and Lewis. The weave outside the top goes. McFarland off to Hickman. He'll start the offense for the Wildcats into the hands of Bailey, left side. Bailey back to Hickman, right wing, sets the high screen. Canfield over the top of it. Now over to McFarland, right wing. He'll drive into the lane. The floater, nope, drops down low to Lewis. He's affected by the shot block of Mayhew, but they're going to blow the whistle and call a foul here in the lane. We'll see who they call it on. It's going to be whistled on Evan Mayhew. That'll be his second personal foul, and that'll be the second team foul on the Georgetown Eagles here in the fourth quarter, but that sends Nathan Lewis to the free throw line. He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line on the night. 9 points in the ball game for Lewis. 3:10 remaining. Georgetown the 11-point lead. Free throw from Lewis on the way, and he gets it to go in. Nice home court bounce there on the rim, front of the rim, back of the rim, and now in. Now the lead down to 10, 51-41. Lewis, one more free throw to come here. Few dribbles, a spin of the ball. The free throw on the way is short. Ryan Dupre with the rebound. Georgetown has it with 3:05 remaining in the ball game. Q Presley will bring it up for the Eagles. Talking with the trail official. Right wing to Canfield. Canfield up top to Christensen. Gives it off to Q Presley now in the hands of Dupre on the left wing. Gets it to a cutting Canfield. He'll drive in, now circle back out. Now drive down the baseline, kick it out to Presley, left baseline. He'll drive down the baseline, tries to kick it up top, but it gets free as Dupre was the closest one to him, but that pass a little errant from Presley. And it's turned over with 2:45 remaining. The Wildcats will have it trailing by 10. Inbound just on the Elgin side of midcourt. Hickman to inbound for the Wildcats. He'll inbound deep into the backcourt to McFarland. And the Wildcats will bring it across the timeline. Start the top of the key weave. Hickman has it right wing. Up top to Bradley Rodriguez. Drives in. Cut off, kicks it out. McFarland left baseline, fires a high arcing three. It's an air ball and tipped into the hands of Ryan Dupre for the Eagles. He'll settle it and bring it up for the Eagles. 2:25 remaining. Dupre, right wing into the hands of Canfield, off a screen. He'll drive into the middle lane, drop it to Mayhew, but it's tipped out to Christensen on the left wing. Christensen will dribble up towards the top, slow things down here with 2:10 left. Now gives it off to Canfield, right wing to Presley. Presley will dribble towards the top of the key, give it off to Christensen on the left wing. Cooper holds there, covered by Bradley Rodriguez. Reverse dribble, now will pick up his dribble, give it off to Q Presley, and the Eagles slow it down. 1:55 remaining. Presley dribbles towards the right wing. He'll push Canfield through. Now give it off to Dupre on the right wing. Dupre will spin, now back it out. Slow things down with 1:45, now down to Mayhew. Backdoor cut by Presley, layup too strong. Presley gets his rebound, but it's stripped free by McFarland, and here come the Wildcats. McFarland across the timeline, across behind the back dribble, kicks it out. Lewis left wing three. It's a brick off the short iron, and it's out of bounds off of Nathan Lewis, but he throws it off the back of Q Presley. Nice hustle there by Nathan Lewis. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Georgetown 51, Elgin 41. Starting five on the floor for your Eagles. Inbound to Bailey. Bailey shakes Mayhew into the lane. The runner is too strong, but Bermuda's there for the rebound. Kicks it out to Lewis. He'll kick it out to McFarland left wing. McFarland can't get off a good shot. Good defense here by the Eagles. Slows the Wildcats down. 1:15 remaining. McFarland tries to do the backdoor cut, but it's stripped out from behind by Q Presley. And a great job by Evan Mayhew to lay out and get the ball. And he'll be fouled as Bailey jumps on his back. It'll be a foul call on Bailey. That will be his fourth foul. That'll be the first team foul on the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter. With 1:09 remaining, Eagles have the ball. Presley to inbound. He'll get it high into Mayhew. Dumps it to Christian. Back to Presley. Always helpful to have that 6'9" post in there to throw it high to. Presley drives down to the right wing. Now we'll back it out. 1 minute remaining in the ball game. 1 minute. Mayhew kicks it out to Dupre. He'll fake the three, dribble back out, slow things down outside the right wing. Lewis comes to pressure him, and Mayhew will drive as Lewis wraps him up. Would have been flag football. It'll be illegal contact for a tackle. Ryan Dupre talking to the official like, hey, I mean, he didn't go for the ball. He just grabbed him and wrapped him up. Lewis picks up his third personal foul, second team foul on the Wildcats. So they're three away from the bonus with 50 seconds remaining. Trailing by 10. 51-41, Georgetown leads it. Inbound to Presley. Out near mid-half, McFarland covered him. And there's a quick foul by McFarland, his second, third team foul on the Wildcats. And in that, the Eagles run it down to 46.8 seconds remaining. Cooper Christensen to inbound for the Eagles here on the near sideline by the Eagle bench. He'll get it into Evan Mayhew. Mayhew will dump it off to Canfield, but a foul on Bailey, and that'll be Bailey's fifth foul. He'll be out of the ball game. And that's the 14th foul on the Wildcats, and that'll bring Jonathan Richard back into the ball game for Bailey. 44.87 seconds remaining. Bailey fouls out. He goes over to shake hands with the coaching staff for Georgetown. Bailey finishes the ball game with 2 points on the night. As he checks out, Christensen inbound, gets it into Canfield, right wing. He's doubled up, and there's the foul call there. That'll send Kai Canfield to the free throw line. The foul whistled on Hickman. That's Hickman's second personal foul, 15th foul. So the bonus free throws will come now, and Kai Canfield will go to the free throw line for the two shots. 42.19 seconds remaining here at the ball game. Eagles trailed by 4 at the half and now lead it by 10 with 42 seconds remaining. Canfield rattles in the first free throw. Now with 11 points in the ball game is Kai. His free throw on the way, good as well. They lead up to 12. Canfield with 12 points on the night. 38 seconds as McFarland crosses the midcourt stripe, dribbles left wing. He'll go backdoor cut to Hickman, drops it into the lane to Richard. He'll go up against Mayhew. Blocked! Blocked by Mayhew, and he gets the ball. Gives it off to Canfield with 25 seconds remaining. Canfield in the backcourt, pressured, gets it across to Mayhew. Mayhew over to Christensen, and now to Dupre on the left side, and the Wildcats are going to back off with the final 15 seconds on the clock. And your Georgetown Eagles are going to move to 9-1 in District 23. They're going to advance to 23-7 on the year with this win on the road against the Elgin Wildcats. 5 final seconds clicking off the clock, and the Eagles win it over the Wildcats. 53-41, your final. Georgetown the winner, and Georgetown has guaranteed them a spot themselves a spot in the playoffs this year. They will be guaranteed a spot as they have moved to 9-1. They only have 4 games remaining, but the final 4 teams in district all have 6 losses or more. So Georgetown guaranteed a playoff spot come the end of the season. But business is not done. They continue to look towards the 1-0 moniker, and that's going to be a big one to go for on Friday night when Georgetown will host the Hendrickson Hawks. Friday night at Georgetown High School, 7 o'clock start, 6:45 pregame. Join us live there at Georgetown. The crowd needs to be alive and rocking as Hendrickson will come in with an upset mindset to try to beat the Eagles after the tough loss at home. We'll take a quick timeout, a quick interview, and we will sign it up. Quick timeout. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. We're back here live at Elgin High School. Georgetown wins it 53-41. A tough battle with this Elgin Wildcat team, an athletic team. We're now joined by Evan Mayhew. Double figures tonight for Evan. May have been close to double figures on the block category as well. Had a big night there. Rebounds were aplenty for you and Ryan Dupre as well. A battle tonight with this athletic team out of Elgin. Find yourselves down by 4 at halftime, and then you guys go on a big run in the second half and put up 20 points to take a big lead going into the fourth quarter and close things out. How much fun is a game like this? It's super competitive for a while, and then you guys able to kind of create that separation and get the win.
I mean, there's really no comparison for a close game to a little blowout or something. I mean, this kind of game, it's why I love the game. It gets me my adrenaline going, and especially pulling it out there at the end just makes great feeling. Love it.
One thing you've worked on and become very proficient at this year is getting that block shot and keeping away from the fouls. And it seems like team after team wants to come in and take shots at going up against the 6'9" Evan Mayhew, and you continue to rack up these blocks. How much fun is that to challenge yourself, I guess, to stay out of foul trouble and only 1 or 2 fouls on the night, and on those are the ones you're kind of like, was that really a foul? It was a good block shot. But how is that much fun? Are you having down low knowing they're coming at you to try to take on the big guy?
I love that. That's my favorite part of the game. I love just getting a nice block and staying straight up. I've worked on that probably the most in my career, and it's something I pride myself on, and I've been good at it as far as I can remember, and I've never stopped working on it. I love it.
This team goes 1-0 again tonight. A big win guarantees you guys a playoff spot. How do you guys stay focused to not let that get into your head and eliminate from staying focused against a tough game Friday night? Hendrickson comes to town. They want to get revenge after a big loss in their gym that they get lost in overtime to you guys. How do you guys stay focused on that the rest of this regular season to try to close things out on a winning record?
Yeah, it's just like you just said, that 1-0 mentality. You don't think about the last game. You don't think about the game before. You don't think about who you're playing. You just come out every night, play the hardest you can, and do what you can to the best of your ability.
Any shout-outs, or I'll let you go enjoy this with your teammates?
Grandparents up in the stands back there came out and see the game today. Glad I could perform for them.
Evan Mayhew, double digits on the night, and a big help for this Eagle offense. Coach, I tell you what, you could step up here with me. I had him join the floor. Yeah. I had a chance. It's like I had flashes of Addy Guido again, the 6'5" volleyball player. I'm like, no, stay down there and make it close for me. This team, the 1-0 mentality continues to set in. A battle in the first half, down by 4 at half, and then this team puts up 20 points in the third quarter to take the lead and kind of keep the separation there in the fourth quarter. Talk about that and this mentality. And then, second part of that question, how do you keep this team locked in on that 1-0 mentality, knowing the playoffs are locked away? How do you keep them from just going, okay, we've already made the playoffs, and staying locked into a big game Friday night?
Yeah. Well, so first of all, we told them at the beginning of the game, this team will not roll over. They will not give up. This game means everything to them. I use the example of being at the end of the rope. They are at the end of the rope, and they've got no room to wiggle, so they're going to give everything they can, and they did. I thought we settled a little bit on our outside shots. They weren't falling. And second half, we attacked the rim, and we got baskets at the rim, and that kind of created our separation. And then on the defensive end, again, force them into outside jumpers instead of getting into the paint. Things change, and I'd give our guys a ton of credit.
It's funny, I was chatting at halftime back and forth with Kevin Dupre, who's back at home trying to recover from a cold, and he texted, and he's like, so many threes, not much rebounding. Second half, the focus went to the inside game. In and out it came. Now Ryan Dupre knocks down a three. Kai knocks down a couple. Bouillon knocks down a couple. Q able to knock one down. All of a sudden, that outside game started to open itself back up because of that inside-outside game. Evan doing his job down low. Another night of double figures for Evan. But this defense, they didn't give up. The offense didn't pressure themselves. That third quarter is big for this team, the way they answered out of that halftime. How do you get the team to recover at halftime after a turnover in the last few seconds, and then Elgin responds with a big three right at the buzzer? How do you get the team to lock in and know, hey, that was a 5-point swing we didn't want. Yeah. Now let's go back out and right that wrong. What happened at halftime to get this team to trust in that process and to turn things around?
That was very unfortunate in the situation. You know, they jumped our ball screen and that created opportunities for them. 5-0 run at the end, like you said, it's not ideal. But, you know, we went in knowing that we were down 8 to 10 at one point and clawed our way back, and we were right there, either had the lead by one or tied. And so we took that mentality in that second quarter, guys. You did what we needed to, and we started to see the identity and the things that we need to do to create that, and they carried it over into the second half, made a couple adjustments in how we're defending, and I mean, I give our guys all the credit. They got in passing lanes. We got some easy live ball turnovers that led to easy points, and I think that was one of the things that started getting them in their mind thinking, I've got to make that 5 or 6 point shot, so they're out there cranking threes and we're getting rebounds, and it was great.
I've changed the Hendrickson mascot name because I feel like Friday night it's going to be the Hendrickson Haymakers. Yeah. They're coming in, throwing haymakers. They've got nothing to lose and revenge on their minds. A 49-48 loss in overtime on a beautiful runner by Kai off that Dupre screen. They want revenge. They want to come into Georgetown and tie up the top of the district standings. How do you prep this team for Friday night? Back home, though, yeah. And we've got to have that crowd. We've got to have that support. How do you prep this team for that game on Friday night, knowing Hendrickson coming in swinging with all they've got?
Yeah. We have Hendrickson Friday? Is that who it is?
Friday night at home?
One, I haven't really looked at the schedule yet to see. No, we've got you know, our guys understand. You know, you mentioned earlier about, you know, we clinched playoffs, and that's great. And that was one of the goals that we had at the beginning. Check that box. We've got more, bigger, loftier goals that we want to accomplish, and our guys understand that, and they know that. The beautiful thing is we beat them at their place. Like you said, they're coming to our place. They beat us at our place last year, and so, you know, do they feel a little comfortable? Do they feel good? I don't know what the deal is, but I do know that our guys are going to compete. We're going to do what we need to have success and give ourselves a shot.
Shout-outs, and I'll let you go enjoy this one.
Oh, boy. We'll go shout-out to Finn right here, my main man. All right, we'll go Scott Day. We'll get my brother Steve. We'll go my mom. Love you, Mom. And Casey, if you're watching, then we got that. Do you have a shout-out you want to give it to anybody? Bubbies?
Braden.
There you go. All right.
And a shout-out, I tell you what, this Finn Canfield tearing it up in the little leagues. I've been watching some of the videos you post, and you're right. You're worse at video in your son's game. Yes. You become a dad. And it's fun to watch because I did the same thing to my boys. But yeah. Finn tearing it up in his first year of basketball, so it's awesome to watch those videos. A couple weeks ago, 20 points on the week. It's fun to watch. And so, but it's fun to watch these Eagles go to 9-1 in district. Coach, congratulations. Go enjoy this with the boys. The Eagles advanced to 23-7 on the year, 9-1 in district, sew up a playoff spot that all that does not even matter because Hendrickson comes calling on Friday night to Georgetown High School. Come join us in the Georgetown High School gymnasium, 7 o'clock, and support these boys. They're putting on a show here at District. They're doing what we ask, and that's win ball games. Come enjoy it. If you can't, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. We'll have it live on the SHN Sports Network. Matt Kike, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Matt Kike Ford Lincoln, thank you for your sponsorship. Go support them. We'll be there live, First Responder Broadcasting, to bring you all the action live on the SHN Sports Network. We'll sign off tonight. Have a good night. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind.